Hi, I'm Alan, and I have some stuff to show you this week. A couple of contest wins, uh, three eBay purchases, and a TTM. First, let's go to the eBay purchases. Picked up three cards for my Super Bowl III New York Jets project. First one is defensive end Verlin Biggs. I think I won this for about $10. As you can see, the signature is in pen and it's very light, but there just aren't many signed cards of his around because he passed away several years ago. So I was pleased to be able to add this for a reasonable price. Then picked up a couple of signed playing cards. The seller also included some extras. Their jet cards. There's Nick Mangold and Johnny Mitchell, and the playing card is signed by defensive back Mike D'Amato, uh, who did play in Super Bowl III on the special teams. Then from the same seller, in a separate transaction, he also included a couple of extras: Mark Sanchez and Brian Washington. And then the playing card is signed by Ray Hayes, who was also on the special teams and a reserve lineman. He signed both sides of the card. All right, that brings me in hand to 31 members of the 45-man roster. I have one additional autograph on the way, and I've sent TTMs to 6 more players. So hopefully by the end of the week, I'll have additional cards for that project. All right, then on to the contest wins. Liberty Sports Cards has some of the coolest contest, I believe. He shows you a series of photos or autographs, and the first 6 people, or 5 or 6 people, who can identify the player who is pictured or who signed wins an autographed card. There's his business card. I won a signed Ron Say archive. I think it's from 2001 archive. So that's pretty cool. And then from Mike Smith at the Hot Corner, I won a contest that he conducted recently. He sent some TTM fuel along with the grand prize. There's Frank White, Chris Hoyles, Kelly Groover, Jose Guzman, Chris Hammond, Dan Petrie, Tony Bennett, and Mike Rozier, who played his freshman year of college ball at Coffeyville Community College. Coffeyville, Kansas is my hometown, and I remember Mike when he came through there later in his career when he was playing for the USFL. I actually covered a game that they played against the Oklahoma Outlaws, and I got to participate in an interview with Mike. So that's pretty cool. And he also sent 3 additional autograph cards. There's Tim Worrell, Matt Miski, and Floyd Bannister, who has a nice flourishing autograph. Okay, and the grand prize, well, he also included this pack of 1992, I think, Series 2 Donruss that I will open on camera here momentarily. The grand prize was this signed photo of Philly great Greg Luzinski, who also spent 3 years, 1995 to 1997, as the uh, hitting coach for the Kansas City Royals. So he does have a Royals connection. So that's pretty cool to win that. All right, let's see what was in the pack of 92 Series 2 Donruss. We have Mo Sanford, Jack Armstrong, Joe McGrain, Ron Darling, Randy Bush, John Vanderwall, Danny Tartagle, Bruce Ruffin, Dave Hollins, Paul Sorrento, Tom Glavine, Dave Anderson, Scott Cervase, Lance Blankenship, and Alejandro Pena. Okay, well thanks, Mike, at the Hot Corner. That's pretty cool. All right, on to the TTM. One TTM this week, but it's a big one if it's legit. I noticed that Chris and Chris Collecting Cards received a return from this gentleman, and I said, "Wow, that's pretty cool. I'm gonna send out to him." Sent to Punch Productions in L.A., and I received it back about, I think, maybe 10 days, possibly 2 weeks later. It came with a letter that explains that, thanking me for the kind words. This is a form letter. Per your request of an autograph item, please find the enclosed piece of memorabilia for collection. We value your continued support of Mr. Hoffman's past and future projects. Please be advised we only satisfy one autograph annually. Punch Productions on behalf of Dustin Hoffman. Well, I sent this movie card, and I received it back, signed by outstanding actor Dustin Hoffman. You can see he's pictured in The Graduate and Midnight Cowboy as Ratso Rizzo. And then I'm not as familiar with that shot from that film. It might be The Godfather, but Godfather Part 2, but I'm just guessing on that. Anyway, it's a little bit dubious because I'm afraid it might be auto-penned, because the signature matches up perfectly with Chris and Chris's. I did a little comparison. I mean, there is still maybe a 1% chance that it's authentic, but even so, it's kind of cool to get it back. All right, and lastly, running a little longer than I anticipated, but lastly, I want to have a reading recommendation for you. This is one of the probably funniest, best books I've ever read about pro football. It's called Mad Ducks and Bears by George Plimpton, the late George Plimpton, author of Paper Lion. It's basically him sitting down with former lineman John Gordy and Alex Karras while they talk about their experiences on and off the field. It's a great read. I think it was published in 1973, and I'm reading through it for the second time. All right, well, that's my update. I want to wish everybody peace, love, and understanding. And please keep Ukraine in your prayers.